Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to charge an electric boat. We're here today with this Odyssey 5.6 meter rib, which is equipped with a RAD 40 and a 61 kilowatt hour RAD battery. RAD power boats can be charged in many places. You can charge them on the dock, at home, or using DC fast chargers that are being installed in marinas throughout the world. This is a CCS Type 2 charging socket, which is common on all electric vehicles in Europe and the UK, parts of Asia, but for boats or vehicles in North America, they have a slightly different charging socket called Type 1. This boat uses a 400 volt system which enables us to charge with either AC or DC charging. AC charging is readily available on the dock or at home, and it's ideal for overnight charging, but a little slower than DC fast charging. DC fast charging is only available in specific areas with DC fast charger infrastructure, but where it is available, you get very fast charging speeds. First up, charging your boat on the dock. It's worth checking with your local marina what plugs they have, but this marina, like most in the UK and Europe, use 16 amp socket. Here we've got our RAD charger. This comes with a range of adapters depending on where in the world you are and what you need, but today we'll be using the 16 amp adapter, which simply plugs into the cable as shown. So the first step is to plug the shore end of the charger into the plug. So now we can see the blue light on the charger. We can now plug the plug into the boat. This is AC charging, so we only need to use the top of the CCS Type 2 socket. And as long as the boat is on the dock and tied up and not in gear, we can plug it in. It doesn't matter if the boat is on or off. In this case, the boat is off. So we plug it in. Our indicator light goes from blue to green, and now the boat is charging. If you want to see how fast your boat is charging, you can see on your chart plotter or on the charging box. This green light on the charging box shows that it's charging, and actually you can read on the screen that it's charging at 14 amps. Whilst the boat is charging, the charge plug is locked into the boat. So to end the charge, press this green button. Now the charging has stopped and the plug is released from the boat. The plug is touch safe, so you cannot touch any parts that conduct electricity. And additionally, no voltage is present at the plug until the charger and the boat have communicated. So if you happen to drop this in the water, it wouldn't cause a massive issue. Charging on the dock is between 10 and 30% more expensive than charging at home, depending on your marina's pricings. It's still significantly cheaper than fueling up an equivalent combustion boat. So we came down the river to the marina which supports fast charging. So what we have here is an Aqua Superpower fast charger. This is part of a growing network of fast chargers worldwide, and there's other providers offering similar solutions. There are two ways to initiate the charge. You can either use the app on your phone, or using a contactless card, you can directly pay at the charger. So the first step is to simply plug the charger into your boat. Because this is a DC fast charger, the plug has the bottom section, which is where the power enters your boat. These top pins are for communication and the middle is the ground. So the boat and the charger are now communicating, and as the screen shows, you can either pay via your app or by card. So the charger is now connected and charge is being initiated. The other way to do this is through your phone using the Aqua Superpower app, and this way you can track the progress of your charge whilst you're going and having a coffee. Let's have a look at what the boat's on. So in 17 minutes we're on 82%, and when we plugged in we were on 44%. So you can see it's a super convenient way to stop and grab a coffee and charge up on your way out. This fast charger can deliver 75 kilowatts of power and can charge this rad 61 kilowatt hour battery between 20 and 80% in approximately half an hour, and from 0 to 100% in just around about an hour. The system is clever enough to modulate how much power it can take into the battery. So between 0 and 20 and 80 to 100%, it reduces the power input into the battery to preserve the lifetime of the battery. At between 20 and 80%, it can deliver the full capacity of the charger. So for this setup, it's delivering 75 kilowatts of power. Once you've finished charging, you end the charge in the same way that you do with an AC charge, by pressing the green button and taking the charger out. Charging at home is super simple. The RAD system comes with a standard charger with a range of interchangeable adapters. For home use, make sure you select the 3-pin 13 amp adapter and just plug it into your charger. If you're using an extension cord with your charger, make sure it's a heavy duty extension cord rated for 13 amps continuous use. Firstly, make sure your charger has power. So I'll plug it in, turn the switch on. Once the charge is powered, simply plug the charger into the boat's CCS port. And then, as before, once the light goes green, you're charging. To end the charge, it's the same process. You simply press the green button and pull the plug out. So let's sum up. There are multiple ways of charging your electric boat, depending on your situation and how you like to use your boat. We found that charging an electric boat is not a faff, it's super easy, and it saves you time and money compared to charging or fueling a conventional outboard. Charging your boat at home is the most cost-effective option, and the fastest option is charging it with a DC fast charger. But for a lot of users who keep their boat on the dock, the most simple thing will be charging it with a 16 amp socket on the dock. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about your boat or electric boating in general, feel free to reach out to us. We've got more educational videos and electric boat test drives coming out soon, so don't forget to subscribe.